Welcome back to Day 2, Session 2 of the South Carolina Manufacturing Conference and Expo right here on SCBiz TV. In case you missed it, our prior session was the Connected Industrial Workplace of Tomorrow. That session is now archived on SCBiz TV, and you can watch it at your leisure. This session is titled Embracing Modern Day Apprenticeships. Joining me today will be Amy Firestone, and Amy is the Vice President at Apprenticeship Carolina. And then we're going to talk to a couple more people a little bit later. But Amy, first of all, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well, thank you.
Good. Thank you for driving over. We're in our Greenville studio right now, and you came over for Columbia, so I appreciate you making that trip.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be part of this conference again.
I am glad. That's right. You spoke last year at our conference when it was live over in Charleston.
Yes. Not
right.
the same, but this is fantastic.
That's right. It's a little different, but you're an old pro. Before Amy and I get started, we are going to take a second and watch a message from our sponsor, Greenville Technical College. So take a look at this and we'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Moorfield, Associate Vice President of the Economic Development and Corporate Training Division at Greenville Technical College. At Greenville Tech, our mission is to transform lives through education. Our students range from those who are just entering the workforce to those, like many in our community, who return to GTC to get the skills necessary to increase their wage potential or even learn a new skill, advance their career, or find a new career. We offer 100+ programs at GTC, and one that we are proud to now offer is the new Applied Bachelor's degree in Advanced Manufacturing Technology, the first offered at any technical college in the state. Another facet of the college's available educational tracks is helping employers create customized training solutions through the Economic Development and Corporate Training Division. At Greenville Tech, we can help companies through a needs analysis to discover what challenges they are facing, and then create customized solutions. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. I look forward to learning how we can help you meet your goals this year.
I got my mechatronics degree from Greenville Tech. I picked Greenville Tech because I wanted hands-on experience. I got a job in automotive manufacturing. Right now, I'm a quality engineer. I love my job. I really do. Don't ever be scared to go out and get a degree in a field that may not necessarily be the norm. Some females ask me, how do I get into your position? What do I do? And I tell them, you go and you get a degree with Greenville Tech.
All right, welcome back, folks. Thanks once again to our sponsor, Greenville Technical College. And I am here with Amy Firestone again. Amy is the Vice President at Apprenticeship Carolina, which is part of the South Carolina Technical College system. Amy, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you. Apprenticeship, apprenticeship used to be all the rage, right, many years ago. And then I think for a little while it took somewhat of a backseat, and now it's in vogue again. And I think partly probably, and I want to hear your comments on this, because we have so many new types of technical related jobs that we need on-the-job training. Is that correct? Is that why apprenticeship is becoming big again?
Yes, so Apprenticeship Carolina has been around in South Carolina since 2007. However, we have had a significant expansion since then. We have 1,088 companies just in South Carolina that are utilizing registered apprenticeship as a way to train employees.
1,088.
Yes, that's almost today count. So.
I was going to say that sounds quite specific.
Yes.
If we were to look at that number a year ago or 2 years ago, what might that have looked like?
We've grown, I would say, approximately 50+ companies.
Okay.
And about a third of those are in manufacturing.
Okay.
They're both, that number represents both youth and adult apprenticeship companies that are working with high school students and or adults. And we have over 300 companies that have youth apprenticeship programs. So I can tell you a little bit more about that.
Well, just real quick, and I will come back to that, but youth apprenticeship programs, are we talking high school?
Correct.
Okay. So when they're a senior in high school or something, they can start, get a head start.
As young as 16, believe it or not.
All right. My goodness. As soon as you can drive down and take an apprenticeship. Okay, gotcha. So we've been talking about Industry 4.0 technologies here over the last couple of days. And of course, that is what is happening happening in smart factories in the manufacturing world, right? This, as I've said here before, and excuse the grammar, but this ain't your daddy's manufacturing anymore. The people that we need are not people to turn a screwdriver. Robots will do that for us now. We need people to manage those robots and manage software programs and things like that. Is apprenticeship able to provide that type of training?
Definitely. So apprenticeship will take an employee from zero knowledge in any particular occupation or any particular company and get them to the level in which they're fully skilled to perform the job that's needed.
Right. So how does this work? Let's say that a company that has not done apprenticeship before wants to do it. I would assume that they contact you, and we'll put some contact information up on the screen, but I would assume they get a hold of you and what? You all sit down and talk about needs?
Definitely. So the process is seamless on our end. We provide in South Carolina this service free of cost to all companies, no matter manufacturing, hospitality. We have a team of apprenticeship consultants that are regionally based, and they meet with companies one-on-one to help them figure out what exactly their needs are in terms of occupations and training. And the consultants help develop that program with the company and with the technical college in that region, step by step. And that process is fully designed and then registered with Department of Labor.
How many consultants do you have?
We have 6, and our team is growing. Apprenticeship Carolina, I guess maybe a year ago, had about 15 staff. We're almost at 30.
Wow.
So we have a lot of coverage in the state to support companies.
So it's been a tough year. It's been a challenging year for a lot of businesses, but you are growing and you're getting bigger. So congratulations there. I would assume that these coordinators, what did you call them?
So we have apprenticeship consultants.
Consultants.
And we also have other roles I can tell you about.
Yeah, please do. But I would assume the consultants may be divided geographically?
Yes. We have one apprenticeship consultant assigned to each technical college.
Oh, I see.
To support the technical college and all of the companies in that area. So every company has a point of contact for apprenticeships, no matter where they're located in the state.
So give me an idea what that conversation looks like. A manufacturer is going to reach out to you. They're going to sit down with the person in that area, technical college, say, I need these types of jobs. I need to train these types of people to take a job a year from now. Is that kind of basically how it goes?
Yeah, so the apprenticeships are typically a year or longer, depending on what the occupational needs are. And it's really that discovery process that you mentioned. It's where have you had the most turnover in the company? Mm-hmm. And where do you have the most retirements? And understand what type of technology, as you mentioned, do people need to be trained on? Right. And how are we going to get someone from 0 to 100 within a few years?
Yeah, got it. And so you're also going to have to be talking to the technical college at the same time, right? This is a 3-way conversation and eventually a 4-way conversation, right? You got an apprentice, you got your all's consultants, you got a college, and you got a manufacturer, all trying to come together and get the right thing done.
Yes, it does sound like there's a lot of different folks involved, but we really mastered this process in South Carolina with over almost 2,000 companies. So it's really a process in which the apprenticeship consultant helps work with the company to design that on-the-job training so it's fully customized. Each company owns that program, can design it, can tweak it, however their needs evolve. And the technical college helps match which coursework will help complement that on-the-job training so you have the on-the-job learning and that classroom instruction, which are the perfect combination to make it a real registered apprenticeship.
Right, got it. So give me an idea of what an apprentice looks like today. You said they can be as young as 16, but what does an average apprentice look like?
That's a very good question. Nationally, the average is probably close to 30. And really? I know that all of our efforts with youth apprenticeship are helping really look at how we can engage younger individuals with apprenticeships. And what's exciting is that South Carolina, Apprenticeship Carolina, just received $11.5 million to expand youth apprenticeship and adult apprenticeship.
Right.
So we're going to help focus on engaging industries such as manufacturing companies on bringing in young people through the apprenticeship program.
Right. So if I'm an 18-year-old senior in high school, oh my gosh, only to be that again, right? And I am interested in this, what do I do?
Well, there are different people that you could get in touch with, but if you're studying at a career and technology center, there are many resources that are connected to the technical colleges there. Or one can just really reach out to Apprenticeship Carolina and help connect with the right person. With all those new staff members joining, we have a lot of support coming to all the apprentices' way.
Right. There are people out there that might love to be an apprentice, but they don't even know that that is an option. they don't even know that maybe that career is where they need to go. How do we reach those folks?
That's definitely a good question that we get
It's $1 million question,
all
right?
the time.
Yeah.
Apprenticeship Carolina, along with the technical colleges and our K-12 partners, we've done a lot of outreach with the career specialists and school counselors in the state. We actually had a training on apprenticeships a few weeks ago for the entire state, and that's an effort that we're looking to help expand, because we know that not just apprentices that maybe they don't want to listen to all their teachers, they might have other opinions out there, media, but through talking with their school counselors and other outreach we're going to do with parents and students, we're going to grow awareness about this program, and we've already had a lot of success. As of today, since I'd like to give real-time numbers, we have 242 youth apprentices. Those are 16 to 18-year-olds who are currently working as apprentices in the state of South Carolina. And the exciting thing is that 110 of them are in manufacturing right now.
How about that? And geographically, do you see them coming from somewhere specifically?
Yes, of course. That's a good question, because we know that there's a lot of manufacturing companies that have been very active in South Carolina. And especially in the upstate region, there's a lot of companies that have utilized the apprenticeship program. So in Greenville, Anderson County, there's a lot of companies engaged, as well as in the Charleston area. I would say that's also booming for apprenticeships in manufacturing.
Got it. Amy, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for the opportunity. I'm really excited to have any follow-up discussions with the audience members, and we're here to help. We have $11.5 million right now to support registered apprenticeship in South Carolina, and manufacturing is high on our list because we know that it is very important for South Carolina's economic development, and we're here to help.
$11.5 million, that's a good start, right?
Yes, very good.
Folks, that's Amy Firestone. Amy is the Vice President of Apprenticeship Carolina, which is a part of the South Carolina Technical College system. We're going to continue talking about apprenticeship here in just a bit with another guest, but first let's take a quick break.
Harper General Contractors. We are builders. We build the things that make things happen. We build up clients, communities, each other. Harper General Contractors. More than anything, we build trust.
Thank you to Amy Firestone from Apprenticeship Carolina for joining us earlier. I'm going to be with Arjonetta Galliard. She's with MTU America here in just a minute. Before we talk with her, though, I want to take just a few minutes to watch some pre-recorded comments from David Taylor. David is the training coordinator with New Indy Containerboard. New Indy makes significant use of the Enterprise Zone Retraining Program available through the South Carolina Technical College system. It's called EZ, or E-Zone for short. The program provides tax incentives to companies who want to introduce new equipment or technology into their facility. The program allows you to save almost 65% on training costs. David is going to share some comments on how the program has benefited him and New Indy, and we'll be right back with Arjonetta in just a minute.
I'm David Taylor. I'm training coordinator at New Indy Containerboard in Catawba, South Carolina. Our mill is located on the southeastern corner of York County in the Catawba community. The mill began manufacturing in 1959 as a manufacturer of market pulp. Paper making was added in 1962, 1968, and 1986. The mill ran those 4 production lines until 2012. At the peak of our employment, we had 1,200 employees. Currently, we employ around 425. The mill is currently being retooled as a premium manufacturer of ultra lightweight containerboard. The mill will run 2 production lines in the future. We'll run our market pulp line and our new containerboard line. Our mill has got a long history with EZ. We started with EZ in the late 90s. I took over the EZ program in 2003. And since 2003 through 2019, our mill has recouped about $2.3 million of training cost. The benefits of easy are many, but I'll just touch on a few. Easy helps a training group stay organized, even when the training group is like ours, which is one person, and that one person's me. But it's helped me maintain my organization, keep accurate training records that meet both OSHA and ISO quality standards. The program has helped me personally by covering the cost of my salary over the entire time that I've been the administrator. You know, HR employees aren't typically looked at as a revenue producer, but I've been very fortunate through EZ that it's really helped justify my job during tough economic times. An additional benefit of the program is our partnership with York Tech. York Tech has proved itself invaluable in helping me administer EZ as well as our apprentice programs. You know, the tech schools will help you develop training classes and help you meet all your employees' needs. So that partnership is just as strong a partnership as the money side. So in summary, our mill site over the years has benefited greatly because of EZ. I would strongly suggest that any company that meets the criteria, the EZ membership criteria, to reach out to your local technical college to see how you can begin to benefit from recouping employee training and development costs. The EZ program, the benefits of the program just far outweigh the cost, and your mill site or your manufacturing site or whatever type of site that you got that meets that criteria will be long-term better off for being part of EZ. Thanks, and appreciate you having me on today.
Welcome back, everyone. I am joined now by Arjonetta Galliard. Arjonetta is the Human Resources Manager with MTU America. Welcome, Arjonetta.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It is good to have you here. Now, you drove a ways. We are in Greenville, as I mentioned earlier. Amy came from Columbia. Where'd you come from?
I came from Graniteville, South Carolina, in Aiken County.
Is that where MTU is?
That's where we are.
Okay, so that's where you work and where you live.
I live in Augusta, Georgia.
Oh, really? How far is Augusta from
It's
Graniteville?
about 30 miles,
Oh, okay, not too bad.
right across the state line.
So you're a Georgia girl?
I am a St. Louis native.
St. Louis native, found your way to Georgia, work in South Carolina. We won't go all those places, but regardless, thank you for being here.
Yes, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. We're going to talk apprenticeship some more, and we've been talking that with Amy Firestone for a while. Apprenticeship, extremely important these days. And MTU America, I'm glad that you are here because if I remember right, you all were the first in South Carolina to start an apprenticeship program.
A youth apprenticeship
A
program.
youth-
Yes, we were.
Right, and one of the first in the country.
We were the second in the country behind Volkswagen in Tennessee.
How about that?
Yes.
Second one in the country, first one in South Carolina to start a youth apprenticeship program. How many kids do you have in that now?
So every year we have 12 students. We
Okay.
have 6 new students and then 6 returning students for our program.
Tell us how it works.
Okay. So our program, we work with Aiken County Career and Technology Center. We started back in 2012 because we didn't have a training center of our own.
Mm-hmm.
When we came down in 2010, we started recruiting. And after a year or so, the diesel mechanics that we were looking for, the labor pool dried up. And so we said, what can we do in order to find more employees? And so we were a German-based company, and they have been doing apprenticeships for years, especially on the youth side. And our leaders from Germany said, we can do it in Aiken, let's try it. Right. And that's what we did. So we called in the partners from the community, and that's how we started our program.
And you, of course, do regular apprenticeship programs as well as youth, right?
No, we have
Do
a
not.
youth apprenticeship program and a college maintenance program, but just those 2 programs.
I got it. So the college maintenance program, tell me how that works.
Okay, so for that one, when it started out, maintenance was one of the areas where we found it hard to find skilled employees. You can find construction maintenance,
Right.
Experienced people, but we needed them to be industrial. And we have some technical equipment that we really needed help with. And so since we found trouble finding those, then we started our own maintenance program. So after they finish high school, they have the ability to go to Aiken Tech, and they go to Aiken Tech, take classes, and then they work with us to improve their skills.
How many manufacturers do you have in that general area?
In the general area, we probably have over 50 in that
Okay.
Aiken County area. We have been promoting our program and trying to get others to start and join along with us. But a few are scared of the apprenticeship programs.
And why is that?
Because you're talking students, you're talking young students, and so when it comes to the liability associated with that, as well as possibly the immaturity and any legal ramifications, but there are ways to deal with those.
Has there been any talk with you guys about starting an apprenticeship program for adults?
It's always an option for us, but we haven't delved into that yet. We wanted to get the youth apprenticeship program started and going. And actually, it's not too difficult to find the more mature worker, I'll say. But we wanted to put all of our abilities at this time into the youth apprenticeship programs.
What ages are we talking? 16, 17, 18?
Yes, they're starting with us in their junior and senior years. They're with us, so they have to be a minimum of 16 for our insurance. They're actually on our payroll, so to be covered, they have to be 16.
Right. And are they fighting to get those spots? Is it popular?
It is. Now, the Aiken County Career Center has various skills so they have students who are into cosmetology, the diesel machine tool students, fire, and all of that. So we this year are specializing in the machine tool and the diesel mechanics area. And actually, we interviewed some new students last week, and the quality of those students have been better than we've had in years because they've done some work with their grandfathers or family members on farms, on John Deere tractors, things like that. So they already have a little bit of mechanical ability, but a lot of interest in diesel and CNC machining.
So you are having some trouble getting manufacturers to do this. Tell me how many you work with right now.
Other manufacturing companies?
Yes.
Okay, so when our leader goes out to the plant manager meetings, for example, we publicize the program, tell them how great it is, how it works for us. And not only does it work for us, but it is a boom for the community because once the apprentices work with us, they're gaining skills not just to build engines as we do, but also they can take those manufacturing skills to any company in the area. And that's why some of the bigger employers such as Kimberly-Clark or Bridgestone in the area, we've been encouraging them to start their own programs. Some of the smaller companies in our Aiken County area have started apprenticeships on a smaller basis, but it's totally a win-win for everyone.
Bridgestone doesn't do a program now?
They have been looking into it, but they don't have an official program yet.
I got it. Arjonetta, let's go back to the students for a second. You mentioned that there was a dozen of them, right? 12,
Yes.
12 kids. Tell me what their day looks like. I mean, when they sign up for this program, what's happening? Are they going to school like normal, and then what happens?
Right. Okay. So the students that we choose in the Aiken County area, they have their home-based school where they take their math and social studies and that. Then they go to the Aiken County Career Center, and that's where they get the vocational studies. So while they're at the school, they split that time for the vocational school with the vocational school and with us in our area. So during that junior year, for example, they spend about 4 hours a week working with us. During the summer, after their junior year and after their senior year, they work for us full time. That's 6 a.m. to 4:30, 40 hours a week for 6 weeks during that summer. Actually, it's 8 weeks during that summer period.
And they get paid?
And they get paid. So we actually have 3 pay increases. So we have 4 rates while they're there with us for those 2 years. So the beauty of the program is that they're learning career skills, not to knock fast food in that, but these are manufacturing skills that they can take to any company. So they're earning while they're learning, and they can take these skills because there's no commitment at the end of the program for them to stay with us or for us to hire them because we don't know every year what our numbers are going to be. So if we have positions available, we can hire them. But some may decide to go on to college, to go to technical school. So this isn't a dead end. This is really an opening. This is a beginning path for them to have a better career, and it definitely makes them more competitive when they're up against their peers who haven't had that type of skill.
Good resume builder, right?
Exactly.
Arjonetta, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Folks, that's Arjonetta Galliard. She is the Human Resources Manager at MTU America, and that completes this session, which was Embracing the Modern Day Apprenticeship. We're going to come up with our next session here in just a minute, and we are going to see the presentation of the 2020 Economic Impact Study on the logistics industry in South Carolina. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right back.
Bringing business to your community is a global competition, and that process is economic development. It begins with relationships and visibility, a community telling its success stories and showing how new businesses can get in on the action. That's what the Upstate South Carolina Alliance does. The Upstate has grown tremendously with new automotive, aerospace, engineered materials, food processing, and life science companies. And there's opportunity for more. By investing in the Upstate SC Alliance, your company can be part of the region's business growth strategy.
At the Upstate Alliance, we wake up every day thinking about the region's future, ensuring there are opportunities to come. We work as a team with 10 counties, many cities, the South Carolina Department of Commerce, and nearly 200 private sector business investors from many industries. We market the Upstate to companies considering new locations. We provide research-driven business insights, and we create opportunities for your business to network, grow connections, and build your business.
The Upstate South Carolina Alliance has nearly 200 private sector investors from many industries. As investors, we help shape the stories that we tell about the region. We are the first to know when new businesses are coming to the area. We have access to unique programming about the economy, business trends, and what's happening across the state. Investors build relationships across the 10-county region, learning more about the Upstate's ecosystem, how we can work together, and the opportunities for our businesses to grow. And the public-private collaboration that happens as a result is the spirit that feeds success and attracts new opportunities. The outcome is a diversified business landscape with career opportunities and an enhanced quality of life.
We can't do it without you. Join Team Upstate and let's grow together.